What's up, everybody? Finesse University at you with a stock market update. I'm going to go over some of the plays that I'm looking at going into this week. Today is Labor Day, so the market's closed today. But just going to look at some charts, do some technical analysis on some of these companies that I'm looking at right now. Been in the apartment for a couple weeks now. Pretty much settled in. Going on to the third week of classes. No class today because it's Labor Day, but we're getting into the flow of things, So time to get to it. Time to try to make some gains. I want to grow this $1,000 account pretty aggressively over the next couple months. So before the end of the year, I'd like to see a 50% return on the account. That's the goal. Only $500, which isn't a whole bunch of money, but 50% return on a bigger account, so a $10,000 account, that's $5,000. $100,000 account, it's $50,000. So, got to do it right now. Develop my strategy. Work through this. So whenever I'm working with those, when we're working with those bigger numbers, we'll be able to scale it up. Using the same principles. So, just looking at the overall market right now. There's no real reason for concern for me. We had those on Thursday and Friday. We had a pretty big pullback. The news outlets are going crazy and is the bear market starting, or is this the pullback we've been waiting for? Blah blah. It's important to pay attention to what the Wall Street Journal is saying and CNBC and Yahoo Finance. It's important to know kind of what the sentiment is, but you can't take that to heart. You just have to go from the data and the information that you get from the charts. That's what I'm basing my strategy off of. So I'm still seeing an uptrend, 10-year uptrend, 11-year uptrend, and I'm gonna trade as if that's the case. Going into the daily time frame, Wednesday we were at an all-time high, 358 range, and we pulled back Thursday, Friday. We pulled back all the way down to 334, which is almost a 10% pullback in 2 days, which is nothing to overlook. That's an extreme pullback for the whole market. To pull back 10% in a couple of days, but we did see a pretty significant bounce from the bottom up to 342. Let's get a look at that on the 15-minute time frame. So Friday we opened around 346, and straight red. Panic, people selling, shares getting sold to about 10:30, where we bottomed out around 334, and then the bulls kicked in, the buyers kicked in, and set a higher low, 335. Bounce, lower high, set another higher low, another higher low at 342. So the key level I'm going to be looking at, or key levels, key support is going to be 342. So the bulls are going to want to hold 342 tomorrow morning, first thing, and they're going to be looking to break the key resistance at 345 if they want to see some more continuation going into tomorrow. If we break 342. Bearish, then we'd be looking down at 338, and then 338 breaks, we're looking down at 334, the bottom of the pullback on Friday. So that's the level I'm going to be focusing on tomorrow pre-market. I'm going to see what the S&P is doing tomorrow. I'll likely trade Tesla, but I'll be paying attention to what Tesla and this are doing pre-market. So if we break this bearish pre-market and we're down in the 340s, or we open at in the 330s, then I'll be more hesitant to buy in to Tesla, because I want to buy Tesla bullish, and it wouldn't be smart to buy a bullish position into Tesla if the S&P is bleeding out and it's S&P is dropping hard and I buy bullish Tesla. That just wouldn't be a smart move, I don't think. So let's have a look at Tesla right now. This is the daily. So we'll look at it on the monthly time frame. So this chart looks super overextended to me. And I'm a Tesla bull long term, but just the chart, like charts don't go straight up. They don't ever go straight up. There always has to be a correction. And last week we started to see that a little bit right here. Like this is the monthly chart, so every one of these bars is a month. And like most of this red is from last week, but there will be a correction, and I don't know how far it's going to correct. And I don't know if it started right now. We could see it go up another 10, 20%. Who knows? But we're going to go off of the data that we have right now. So we'll go into the daily time frame. Tesla just went through that stock split, so the stock was at like 2,000 something, like this, almost at 2,200 before the split. But now there's more little pieces of Tesla out there, and they're all cheaper, they're smaller, so the stock price went down. So the high, this is the all-time high as well, but the high post-split was around 500 per share, 502.14 per share, and that was the high. And we pulled back. So this was what, September 1st, and we pulled back pretty drastically last week, all the way down to 372. So almost a 30% pullback in a week, which is pretty extreme. Like if you bought in on September 1st, you're down 30% or 25, 26% over that past week. So that there's some concern there. You might be wanting to cut your losses short at that point, or not short at that point. It's a 26% loss, but there's some panic, and you got some people holding on and hoping that it's going to bounce. So there's you have to take into, you have to think about the positions other people are in whenever you're trading stocks. So like at this point, anyone who's bought in, anyone who bought in up here is down 30%. So they're trying to get out. And likewise, if you bought in at this bounce here, or at the bottom of the pullback here, you're up 10%. So you're probably going to want to hold on. And if it drops down below the support point, anyone who bought in here is going to be underwater. They're going to be in the red. So you want to put that, the psychology of the other people who are trading, you want to put that in your mind and keep that into consideration whenever you're doing trades. But key levels for me, the bulls are going to want to hold the bottom of the bounce. So 360, 369, 370 area. And what's likely to happen is we're likely to see, instead of just bouncing and us going straight up to new all-time highs over 500, what's more likely to happen is once we've established a bottom, I don't know if this is the bottom yet, we'll have to see tomorrow morning, but what's more than likely to happen is once we do establish a bottom, we're going to see a lower high in here somewhere. So it's probably not going to go straight over 500. We'll probably see a lower high. And that's the move that I want to hit. So whenever this bottom is established, like if S&P is bearish, and like we open in the 330s, or we open below where it's at right now, and Tesla's bearish pre-market, then I'll probably wait, because we might see some more red to the downside. I'll probably wait until we can establish a bottom, and then I'll be looking to play this lower high. And then after the lower high, there's a couple different scenarios that can happen. We could go straight down, like straight through the support level, or we could set a higher low, like above the support level, and then start to consolidate more. And who knows what's going to happen from there? But this is the play that I want right here. And once we establish the bottom, I want this little piece right here. So looking at Harvest, one of my weed plays, pretty good looking chart to me. In the short run, I mean, long term, this is the monthly right here. It looks pretty shitty long term, but just looking at we'll go into the weekly time frame. Pretty tight. This is a tight pattern. These are the kind of tight patterns that I like. Now we got right here the bottom, the pullback, and then we're set, higher, the bounce right here, and then double top, pulls back, then we got a higher low, lower high, and another higher low. So these tight patterns like this, where it's just getting tighter and tighter and tighter, whenever they break, there tends to be, like, if we get a break of this tight pattern, here's the last or resistance point right here at 130. So once this tight pattern breaks, there's likely to be some volume behind that and some volatility behind that. So you got tight patterns getting tight, like a spring, like a cork, or not a cork, like a spring. Like once if it breaks bullish to the upside, there's likely to be, some volume behind that. You might get an explosive play to the upside. Or if it breaks bearish, so we break 114, there's a good chance that we're going to see some explosiveness to the downside, and it might not be might not be explosiveness, but there's usually some follow through whenever these tight patterns break. And if not, you have a level to play off of to cut your losses short. So here for me, my play would be, all right, if I'm playing bullish and I want the stock to go up, if it breaks this level 117, if it breaks 117, then I'm going to cut my losses short, and like we're out of the ball game. But if it breaks 134 to the upside, now we're going to get if we get some volume behind that, like we don't know when, and it breaks these previous resistance levels, like we don't know when that play is going to end. Like it could go up to 25 or like get some good news, and it just breaks out and goes crazy. But having that support level right here, so I can cut my losses short. All right, if it breaks the support level, then I'm going to get out with a small loss. And if it breaks these resistance levels, then we can get some explosiveness to the upside, and I'll be able to. Then I got some more freedom, like because I'm in the green at that point. Like we broke that key level. Now I'm in the green, and I could kind of sell whenever I see fit. And like if it breaks the support, then I get out with a small loss. So that's what I'm looking at with Harvest. Pretty good looking chart. And there's some news got some news in the marijuana sector too. There's a new ETF trading, U.S. marijuana ETF trading. So some of that sentiment, some of that positive sentiment in the U.S. sector. And if Biden goes up in the polls, then and his chance of getting elected goes up, then that's probably better for the weed sector. Here's another weed play: Liberty Health Sciences, small weed company. What's the market cap? Pretty small market cap. 135 million. So like really small company. Probably not gonna play them this week. Probably like I've been looking at them the past couple weeks. Pretty tight pattern. We got tightening, get a higher low, lower high, and higher low, lower high, and then it breaks bearish. So that the support broke bearish here, and that's not what I wanted. But key level, 50 cents is around what they want to be breaking. They're down at 37 right now. Not going to play them this week, but something that I'll be looking at in the future. VAPO, actually got this one requested from a subscriber. Shout out Scholar. Looks kind of like Tesla's chart, like overextended to me, but we're actually into the pullback now. Whenever Tesla pulls back, it's going to be something like this. So we're actually into the pullback. Looks kind of pump and dumpy to me. I don't know any background about the company. I have no idea what they do. I'm just going strictly off of the technicals, just off of the chart. But we saw a pretty big run up here through 2020, through February. So probably something to do with the I don't even want to say the word, the virus. I don't want to. I'm not gonna get demonetized, but I need this algorithm to give me these views. But it went up since February, and now we're seeing a pretty strong pullback. So what I'd be looking for is I'd be scouting for the bottom of the pullback, which it's hard to know when that's going to happen. But after the bottom of the pullback, we're going to see what's most likely to happen, rather than it just going straight up to new all-time highs, unless there's like some news, some crazy news or something. But what's likely to happen is we're going to see low of the pullback somewhere in here. So this is the key support point that we're looking at right now at 25, around 25 area. But we're going to be looking for a lower high. So whenever the bottom is established, whether it's here or down here, whenever the bottom is established, we're going to be looking for a bounce to a lower high. And from there, the bulls would like to see a higher low, and then maybe some consolidation or a move up, or maybe it breaks the support and just goes straight down. Likely to go straight down. A lot of these like a lot of companies that go up crazy and then start pulling back, a lot of them just they're just slow bleeds. And I don't give these companies the benefit of the doubt, because I've seen so many of them blow up, like go up 10, 20, 50, 100%, over a couple days, couple weeks, and then just slow bleed out, because a lot of times they move on news and not really based on anything real. It's just like, oh, some news, or we might have a cure to cancer, maybe, and then a bunch of people buy in to the hype, and then they slowly fade away, and the price slowly fades away. So yeah, that's all I got for right now. If you have any companies you want me to check out, let me know in the comments. Send me a message. I'll check out some of them. I could do them right now because I don't have that many requests. So yeah, if you want me to do some analysis on a company, then I could do that. If you have any ideas for any other videos, let me know. Hit me up on the socials. Leave me a like or a comment. It really means a lot. Helps me out a lot trying to grow the channel. So I'll keep you guys updated. More videos coming soon, and catch you later.